Hello guys, my name is Roman. I'm here with my good friend Josef. Here, Josef.
Yo!
We decided to make a video for people who try to start the RC cars or try to start to drive the RC cars for fun or whatever. And actually we had first thing what we need to decide about that before we start it. We wanna drive four-wheel drive or we wanna drive rear-wheel drive. So actually difference, how I know difference is very big. We can ask Josef as well. Josef see it, I show him how it's actually working. So before we start we need to decide that thing. We need to drive four-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive. Rear-wheel drive is slower, much slower. You can go in the corner very smoothly, very nicely. And four-wheel drive is crazy. It's quite crazy car. You need to control that car. It's like in real. So you need to start. You need a chassis. It depends. For beginning, is you can buy any chassis. It's no massive difference between them. I have carbon one because I already started. So I had one car is building one. We can show in there. It looks like it's already built, yeah. So it looks like that. So this one is already done. Engine, battery, gyro, servo, receiver, and then you have the brain of the car. You got everything here, you got all information, send it all information everywhere, and then you got the shield. You can build it whatever you want. Buy it on internet, proper clear one. You can choose the color, you can choose the, if you want to have a windows. I create this on the top, is metal. I created this by myself, I think it looks good. Got the lights there, we will show you later. Lights, so that's how it looks. Build one. Now we're coming back to starting one. So as I started, if you order it somewhere on internet, I usually buy on Temu and stuff like that. Everything coming there, everything is coming from there. This chassis is from there as well. It's carbon chassis. It's coming like this. I just buy the wheels, and that's all what you need to choose chassis. If you choose the chassis with suspension on the top, suspension on the side, it doesn't matter, it's up to you. We're not gonna talking about this, we're gonna talking about basic things what we can need to start. So that's the chassis. Here we have our show there. You have the engine and brain. It's different torque on the engines. It's 10.5, 13.5 I think, and some more. I using 10.5. So it's quite good. Engine is enough. You don't need to. You have a data cable as well. Here is all the time selling with the engine. So you will receive this thing. Then you need a servo. How I know now, if you have a servo with the numbers on it, how many kilos is using and stuff like that, don't buy that servo. It's better, even if you start it, my opinion is better to buy proper servo, because even if you're learning how to drive, even if you don't know how to drive, you wanna learn, it's better to have proper one. So I will show you later as well on the car which one I'm using now. This one is not really good, but it's coming with the, sometimes with the car, or if you buy some different type of car, it's coming with this one. But they're useless one. Then you need a gyro. Without gyro, you actually is impossible to drive that car, to drift, because gyro make the car like in that sliding position or whatever, to keep the car in that position and going smoothly through the corners. So actually we will show you later as well, but you need to have this, and then you have receiver. Another important thing, without that you can't control the car. Receiver is usually coming with the different types of controllers. So you have this for example, this one is nearly similar, same type. You have the charger there as well, you have some, you can connect it to the computer. I don't use it because I'm the beginner, how I exactly the same like you guys, so I'm not using that all things. I just take it from the box, put the batteries inside, connect it to the car, drive it. So that's how I try to explain it, what is the best thing, how to start, yeah. But it's better to buy what I know, because if you're gonna play and you're gonna, from the beginning you're gonna play a lot, you need to, it's better to buy with the normal battery, Leon battery or whatever, or Lipo, or I don't know which one kind of batteries they are on the market or whatever. But it's better to buy with the battery you can charge with the cable. Another important thing, I think that's the most important, when you play in, battery is run out, so you need to charge. I using this, I watch the videos as well, try to see the recommendation and what the people using around and stuff like that. Most of the people they using this mark, easy to use. Once you set up, you just using. You have information cable as well there and stuff like that. I'm not good in this, so I just know some basic thing about that. So you will charge a lot of different things, it doesn't matter. So good to have this. And another important thing for all these things, when we put everything on the side, it's tools. I'm actually using normal set with, normal set with small bits and stuff like that. Is actually is good to using for repair the watches, repair the phones and stuff like that. Just this one thing, I can unscrew it, I can put it in the pieces this car easily, so you don't need to have too many things or buy some expensive one or whatever, is no point. Then some spare parts, screws and different things, that's enough. I don't even actually use it, just sometimes, normal thing. And actually I put everything in we show on the camera, some kind of box ladies using. So actually I have everything in one piece, magnets and some pieces for knives and something like that, some chargers, some keys and things like that, what you actually need. That's, I don't use it no more, just this, what I have here.
Oh, Roman, everything is cool. You also mentioned something about car 4x4. Do you have it?
I have one here. I need to show first something.
Okay.
There's actually a big, massive difference on a four-wheel drive, which is here. You can see you have the shaft. You have the shaft there. So it actually is connected, all four wheels are connected. And massive difference, that's the angle on the steering wheel. That's the angle on these wheels. Yeah, it's nearly, I don't know, I'm not good in this as well, like catch the angle and stuff like that, but it's very big. Yeah, and actually that's make you control the car in the corners better. When you slide in, you're going in the corners like that, yeah, something like this. So you can go deeper in the corner, you can take the car from the corner, you know, so that's how the steering here. And this is the steering on a 4x4. That's it. That's it. That's all. That's all you can turn it. So if I show you, that's the fully turn it, and that's the fully turn it. It's massive difference. So that's the difference between 4x4, because actually on this car, rear wheel drive, the real wheels, they go in. With front one, you just steer in, and with this one, you go in. So in the corners, you steer in. Against this one, all four, they go in. So you sliding in the corner. You go in with all sides with the car. We will show you later how it's working, but you slide in with the side. With this one, you go in with the back. So actually that's the massive difference between them, and it's if you start to drive the cars and be comfortable with that, to try new things and stuff like that, and you will be comfortable with this to control nicely this car, and after that you can check how it's driving with this car. This one is much cheaper, 4x4. It's a cheaper version. Is actually I had from Open and Run or Ready to Run. So you just open the box and go, but it's crazy. It's very crazy. It's better to use somewhere outdoor, asphalt, skate parks, stuff like that, because it's very crazy car and very fast, and it's hard. Actually, it's not hard to control, but it's very fast. Again, this one you can use it even in a house, on a laminate floor, on a carpet, different settings for it. You can put for the engine, if you're using on the carpet, you need to put the on the engine, the cooler, small things. I will find it later. So actually you put there because it's more pressure on the back wheels and engine going more hotter, so you need to use extension ventilator. Well, actually that's the difference between four-wheel drive and rear-wheel drive. Okay, so we passed through what we need. Now about the budget, how much we need to spend about that. Thing is depends on you, how much you have in the pocket. If you have a lot of money, the best thing, find the shop. You can find on internet, I think it's 2 or 3 proper shops when you can even go. They have everything there. They have engines, they have chassis, they have different shapes of the car, 4x4 to forest, they have everything. If you have a lot of money, go in the shop, the best way. You can spend once and you can have better car. If you don't have, I usually use the Temu. For example, what we need, price for this engine. Before, when I'm started, guys, they help me, so they sell me the engine and the brain of the car, yeah. They sell me for 80 pounds, and I find on Temu engine, what I'm using now is not really clearly to see, but I buy it for 25 pounds. Exactly the same engine like this one, and looks better, more quiet. I don't know if the guys that sell me use one, that's why it's a little bit more noisy, but this one more quiet, it's not going hot. You need to just wait in between 3 weeks, 4 weeks, or sometimes 2 weeks. I think this engine came to me, they said it's gonna be coming in 4 weeks, but it's coming in after 2 weeks. And it's run perfectly. This chassis is from Temu as well. Is actually the basic thing of the drive these cars is the chassis. I buy this one for I think 120 pounds, even cheaper I think. It's carbon fiber. Somewhere if someone sells the car, they're selling for 1,000 pounds and things like that. It's quite expensive thing. It's more expensive than normal RC cars. More expensive. You need to spend more money. So 120 pounds for this. This chassis I buy second hand. It was for 100 pounds. I had the chassis for maybe 4 years. Nothing happened with that chassis. It's very nice chassis. Clear. I can put it in the parts too many times, put it back together, so it's working everything perfectly. Angle on the steering as well, look, is massive. Like on this one, well, it's very important thing on the drifting. So 120 pounds or 100 pounds, or if you have friends who try to quit with this, they wanna sell it or whatever, just make deal with them and buy from them. So it's best way to use it. They already be set up and ready to go, so you can maybe change some things. Okay, and this 120 pounds, or maybe 100, engine 80 pounds, or from Temu for 20 pounds, or if you find cheaper, you can use it. I use it, like I said, 10.5 torque, so I think it's enough good engine. Then servo better to pay more. I pay for this one. On this car is small servo. This one is tall servo. That one is smaller one because I need to fit it here in this shape. So it's different shape of the car. So actually this one is gonna be tall, and this suspension can't let me go there. So I need smaller one, but it's quiet and is reacting better with the receiver or actually remote controller, so it's very quiet. You can't even hear it when I move it now, you can't even hear it. It's quiet, and this one is, I don't have something to turn it, but it doesn't matter. This one is I think for 25 pounds or 12 pounds. They're not expensive, they're very cheap. That one is actually is better one. It was I think for 40 pounds as well from them, but its normal price is much higher, it's maybe 100 pounds or something like that, so it's very good servo. Then gyro, another expensive thing, but you need to have it. Is keep your car in the corners slightly smoothly, and it actually is doing a lot. Once you set up, you have few controllers there. When you change the direction, if you turn on the remote controller wheel left, wheels going right, and then when you switch off, when you turn left, wheels going left as well. And then you have how powerful you want this gyro, or how this help you to control the car. If you're good, you take it less. If you're not good, really good, or you start beginner, you put more. But it's best thing to set once and just leave it like that. It's connected to the servo as well. You need to connect both them together. They have the connection here, and then one of the cable going in this one. This one is connected to the servo. It's working on every same one, and this two is going to receiver, so actually it's going through the gyro. They're working together in better way to have gyro with proper servo. They communicated better, they working together better than some cheap ones. So I recommend it, buy better servo and better receiver. This receiver is around about 80 pounds or 60 pounds. Is expensive on Temu, is expensive everywhere. It's actually it's normal price for it. And another thing, like I said before, controller, receiver, they are there for 250 pounds, they are there for 400 pounds, they are there. I buy, this one is from Temu for 13 pounds I think. There's nothing wrong with him. You can play, you can use. I don't charge till now. I use it few times. Still battery is going there. You have switch on, switch off here. So you have the screen, nice, bright. You can see everything. You have the antenna. You don't need to use it. You don't even need to use. I think this cable actually had to have it, but you don't need to stick it out or be on somewhere on visible place because you don't gonna be communicate with the car. It depends. I don't still drive on some massive circle or whatever to try it how far it's going, but apparently it's going on quite good distance, so you don't really need to use it this antenna. You had some settings here. You had everything in the box. I'm not gonna explain it. It's gonna take a lot of time, but it's light. You can charge it. There is here is the slot. You can easily charge it. You don't need to spend the money on the batteries because they take a lot of batteries. Well, actually, if you're talking about the batteries, I forgot about the batteries. The best thing, buy something like this. They are not really expensive. I think one of them is for 25 or 30 pounds, but these batteries make you to play for all day. If you're going somewhere on a circle, you're actually going in longer corners, in using more power, maybe you can use two of them, but if you're gonna use different ones, like I had here, 1 second. For example, these ones, this I've got in my 4x4. They have, if you're doing drifting, you can drift maybe for half a day, few hours. It's 4.2 to 4,200 ampere hours. But if you're going somewhere in the forest or I don't know, going on the fields or whatever, they run out very quickly. These ones, they will stay on longer. So I recommended these ones as well. I buy these ones. I had LiPo batteries, 2 of them I buy from Amazon. I think they are for 30 pounds each. And this one I buy from on Temu. They came as well. Good looking batteries. They keep it. I use it now. It's working perfectly, and they was for 25 pounds or something like that. So batteries. And now, if we use the battery, we need a charger. That's another expensive thing. I don't know how it's now in the market. I saw even on Facebook and this stuff, I don't know, they're selling on internet. Some people for 20-30 pounds you can buy used one. You can't break them or do something bad with them. I use it all the time. They're for different connections, connectors and stuff like that. Database cable is really easy to set up, and I don't have a problem. I would recommend it. But this one I buy in by myself because I don't find in that time the charger I need. So I buy from, I think from Amazon for 80 pounds or something like that, so it's quite expensive thing as well. And what we need more? Josef, what we need more?
Dobre.
I think about the shield. It depends on the shield. What you want there is different things, it's different combinations. You can make it whatever you want. I know, actually I don't know if the guy is gonna be happy with that because I had a metal here because I make it by myself. So I had the lights, fix the lights, had the X-house, costume paint. Actually, it's my job. It looks different before, much different. Like it's looking now. Now is paint on the top. Normally you paint inside. So it depends on you. If you have some access to the different colors and different things, like what you can use, or you're good in painting, you can make your name on the side or whatever. It doesn't matter how the shield look like, but it need to be from plastic. because actually when you're driving in the corners, you're going car close to the car and you're touching with your front wing, you're touching somebody's side. That's actually the most, you collect the most points on the drifting when you're doing that thing. When you came to the someone, you're following his sliding and you're sliding with him and actually touching a little bit the doors or something. You will see on some guys' shield they had the scratches. It actually depends on that how close they're driving to somebody else, you know, but you can make him whatever you want. I pay for this shield, this was £40. You had the mirrors, back mirrors, they're sell separate, you can find them on Temu, on some different cheaper websites and stuff like that, they're very cheap. You need to put just some RC car, how to say, accessories, so they will go on and you can buy it for cheap, for maybe £2, £3, whatever, it doesn't matter. Metal I find is well on the cardboard. I was on the cardboard, so I buy some this type of metal and cut it off the shape, glue it here, and then you have the exhaust as well. It's very cheap thing, it's not expensive, it's maybe £5 or something like that, set of them. And then you have the lights, maybe £12, but you can connect it to the heart. We will show you later as well how I connect them. All of them, they're working perfectly. Actually here they hiding behind this one, but later you will see they're actually there. And then I was making on the back as well, put underneath the lights, so you can use a creation. If you're good in you had some ideas in the head, you can use. All this, what I got here with battery, all these settings what I got there with the shield, because this car is around about, I don't know, 500, 600 pounds. So it was, I doing just starting. I don't doing professional. I just try to keep the tidy, you know, to put the connection nicely and making everything nice, you know, to looks good. Like, I like to keep in my car real one. So that's why it's actually in the shape of the shield. Audi 6 Avant. I own one of these, and that's about the cars, about the starting. Important things, rear wheel drive or four wheel drive, and it depends on the shape. This one is Yokomo, this chassis is Yokomo, and this chassis is MST RO 2.0, and this one is Yokomo. But this one is quite, I think it's D5, but I think it's D4, not D5, but because it's got the suspension on the top, but it doesn't matter. It's driving perfectly, suspension are working as well perfectly, but we just put it in the pieces because we need to show you guys how to start it, what you expect it, and it's quite expensive. Not really expensive, but it's quite expensive, and you need to decide if you have this time kind of you want to be in this job, this hobby, or you just came there to try. If you have a friend or someone that can give you to try, if you're gonna be good in this, it's gonna be better because it's not cheap. Not cheap, you need to spend a little bit more money, but it's enjoyable. It's very, very enjoyable. You can play in the house, you can play outside, it depends on the wheels. Some guys, they ask you to, everywhere when you came on a circle, they ask you to change the tires because they don't want to scratch it, or it's actually brushing all the time and cleaning the loop. You can meet new friends, you can speak with the people, you can share the new ideas or whatever. I never show, for example, I never showed this shield for anybody. This is the first time I'm showing. I just share it between my friends, but I never show for guys who doing this sport and doing this hobby, you know. So once I need to go as well and check
Roman,
what's
and
gonna
how
be on
much
the
are the wheels, the tires?
Oh yeah, actually tires. Tires are not expensive. It's different as well. It's depends if you want. I had metal ones on all of my cars. This one is metal. This one is metal. So actually, it depends what you want. But usually people they try to make the car the light as possible. That's the main thing. Light is possible, and they use the plastic wheels. I using metal ones, and these ones they cost me. It depends as well. It depends on the shape, on the color. If you want a blue ones or you want a white ones or you want a it's different. Yeah, particular these ones they was I think for £15 or something like that, without tires, just alloys. And them tires they used to around £12 or £15. It depends as well of the tires, which tires you wanna use it, or carpet, plastic, or was the actually concrete. On the concrete is normal thing, they will use quicker. For example, on the carpet, so it's different. But particularly these ones, I think there was £15 or something like that. You need to first check how good quality of the floor is, because we'll take it off the top of the floor with the wheels. So need to check that. And now we can show you how you join yourself and show you some on a circle, some moves, so how it's sliding and how you use the car and remove it. Thank you for watching. Leave the like, leave the comment. If you have any questions or whatever, leave the note there. We are new here. We can try to answer you on anything. Like I said, I'm the beginner, same like you. Try to explain it and try to give you the best information you can have, and truly information about the price, about the using, about the. If you wanna know something more, let us know. Joseph, Roman.
We here. Cool.
We are here. See you, boys.